Madam Secretary, will you please call the attendance?
Yeah, beat 'em. Sandra Thomas.
Present.
Harold Wade.
Present.
Carolyn Bavona.
Present.
Peter DeNegris.
Present.
Stephanie Harris.
Present.
Carolyn Vassalou. Lamont Wilson.
Present.
Saba Umchanguzi.
Yeah.
Key Hayward.
Here.
And Dave Bishop, counsel to the board.
Bablu? Yes. Bablu, will you please come forward to the podium? Would you please state your name and your address?
My name is Ferdows Bablu, and 188 East 6th Street, Deer Park, New York 11729.
And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Do you own any other property in the town of Babylon?
No.
Okay. Let the record show that Mr. Bablu submitted an affidavit of posting that the property was inspected on 7/16/21. He's 7/16/21, 24. I don't know where I lost 3 years. New York driver's license, a Citibank statement, a Bank of America statement, and a Cablevision statement. Mr. Bablu, where is your accessory apartment?
I converted the garage,
So it's on the first floor? The
Yeah,
second
first floor.
And how many bedrooms are there?
1 bedroom.
Okay. And is that apartment currently occupied?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application?
Is that 27, next to 27 Nantucket Lane?
No, this is 188 East 6th Street. Okay. All right. Are there any questions from the board?
No.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, so it's been approved by Lamont and seconded by Carolyn to approve this application. Mr. Bablu, you can take down your sign, and you'll receive your permit in a couple of weeks and renewal in 3 years.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay. So, Lorraine Jerome, Life Estate. Marissa? Okay. Okay. Would you please state your name and your address?
Marissa Kolbrenner, 10 Harding Avenue, Lindenhurst, 11757.
Okay. And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. And do you own any other property in the town of Babylon?
No.
Okay. All right. And this is a Life Estate, and you
Correct.
are here as,
Representative for Lorraine Jerome. I have power of attorney.
right,
Correct. Yeah, Lorraine does not.
okay. So let the record show that an affidavit of posting was submitted. The property was inspected on 3/3/23. Is there any reason why it was inspected so long ago and now it's just coming before us that you know of?
Just that because I took everything over from my mother, just me trying to get everything sorted out.
I see. I saw the affidavits. Okay. All right. And she has submitted a New York driver's license, a credit card statement, and a bank account statement, and a Cablevision statement. Okay. Where is the accessory apartment, please?
First floor?
And how many bedrooms are there?
None. It's a
It
studio.
says it's 1 bedroom.
It's really a studio.
It's a conversion. Where is the accessory apartment?
First floor.
All right. And is there, if it's an apartment, it has to be a bedroom.
It's like a studio apartment.
Oh, it's a studio apartment?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like yeah.
Okay,
There's
it's
really
one
no
bedroom.
like bedroom.
Okay. Is that apartment currently occupied?
No.
Okay. All right. Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application? Any questions from the board?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Pete and seconded by Keith that this application be approved. Okay, so your application has been approved. You can take down your sign. You expect your permit in 2 weeks and renewal in 3 years. Everybody, all in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Hussein and Matahar, would you please come forward? Would you please state your name and your address?
So my name is Mutahar Hussain. My address house is 304 West 2nd Street, Deer Park, NY 11729.
And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I'll do.
Okay. So let the record show that an affidavit of posting was submitted. The property was inspected on 7/9/24. He has submitted a New York driver's license, a PSE&G bill, a bank card statement, and a telephone bill. So Mr. Hussein, where is your accessory apartment?
See, in the first floor.
It's on the first floor.
First floor, yes.
And how many bedrooms are there?
It's one bedroom.
And is that apartment currently occupied?
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application?
What is the address, please?
304 West 2nd
Street.
Street.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You would like to be heard on this application?
Not on that one.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
No.
All right.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Saba and seconded by Carrie that this application be approved. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Mr. Hussein, you can take down your sign. You can receive your permit in a couple of weeks and a renewal in 3 years.
Right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good night. Have a nice evening. Nakai? Yes. Okay. Would you please state your name and your address?
Shivjeet Nakai, address 25 Nantucket Lane, Deer Park, New York 11729.
Okay. And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Ms. Nakai, do you own any other property in the town of Babylon?
Yes,
You do?
yes.
And what is that property's address?
That's 131 North 19th Street, Wheatley Heights, New York 11798. And I have a rental permit for that.
Is that property a rental permit,
Rental permit,
not an
yes.
accessory apartment?
No, no, no. That is a rental, full house.
All right. Let the record show that Ms. Nakai has submitted an affidavit of posting, that the property was inspected on 6/17/24, that she has submitted a New York driver's license, a credit card statement, a bank statement, and a Cablevision statement. Ms. Nakai, where is your accessory apartment?
First floor,
And how many bedrooms are there?
2.
Okay. And is that apartment currently occupied?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry to be bothered.
Excuse me, wait, please wait to be recognized. Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Nakai, would you please have a seat, and would you please come forward?
I am Mr. Tingo. I
Would
live
you
at,
please, excuse me, would you please state your name and your address?
I am Michael Tingo, 27 Nantucket Lane, Deer Park, New York, 11729.
You want to spell your last name for the secretary?
Tingo, T as in Thomas, Tingo.
And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And Mr. Tingle, what's your concern?
My concern is, for 5 years, I was stuck, with people that rented that house before, tore it apart, made me stay in my yard without having these people. They had to evict them. It took them 5 years in Colbert. I don't think or believe she ever got paid, but they ripped the place apart. They started to scramble. The whole yard was a mess. I had mice, rats. They threw everything out the windows. They parked their cars. This was the last tenants that she rented the whole house to. And nothing was, cops know my neighborhood or my block by that house. I don't want to go through that again.
So your concern is,
My concern is the people that she puts in, she doesn't get from Craigslist and doesn't do her review. We had such a horrible time. They threw stuff off the porch. They sat in their yard. I couldn't sit in my own yard for 5 years. I had just retired in 19. I sat there for peacefulness and not to have them gutter the street and throw things on my lawn and had their wild dog running around the neighborhood and almost bite people. These people were straight out of jail. She could not get them out until a year and a half ago. Now I finally have peace in the neighborhood. There aren't 5 cars in front of the house. The police aren't up and down my block. There aren't people waiting for drugs to be picked up out of the mailbox. I was sick and tired. I'm so peaceful now. I finally got a chance to retire. I did 30 years in New York City, and I did every borough but the borough of Staten Island. I worked in schools. I worked in all over the boroughs, 30 years. Department of Education. I was a mechanic. I drove from Harlem to Bed-Stuy, and I had to put up with this garbage.
so, Mr. Tingo, are you alleging that the applicant rents out the house and it does not live there?
No, now
I don't know what she'll do. She told us there was a good family, but when they came there, they moved in 5 trucks. They threw garbage on the lawn. They threw refrigerators right at the steps. They parked cars at the edge of my garbage pails. They threw stuff on my lawn. They yelled out and
So
screamed.
are you saying that it's the applicant or her tenants?
Her tenants.
Okay.
Did the applicant live in the house during the 5 years?
Yes. I got pictures of what they did.
Okay, you will
It
have
was
an
a terrible
opportunity to
scene. These
respond.
people should have stayed in jail.
Are there any other questions, are there any questions from the board?
Sorry.
Is there any, please
You
don't,
put
please,
me through
Mr.
horrible
Mr.
stuff.
Tingo, please. Thank you very much. You can have a seat.
Sure.
Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application?
I'm having a hard time understanding the addresses when they're spoken.
The address for this application is 25 Nantucket Lane.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so, Ms. Nakai, will you please come back? And can you please respond to the concerns of your neighbor?
Yes. I retired from the U.S. Postal Service, 32 years of my service. My husband was long time, so many health problems. We moved with our daughter to Pennsylvania, and I rent my house, the whole house, to that tenant. After the first year, I did not renew his lease, and the eviction case was in the court. Unfortunately, COVID happened and eviction moratorium, the court took so long to evict him. Now, my daughter is married, she's in her house, and my husband passed away last year in February. I'm all alone by myself. I moved back in the house. I'm living in the house, and that tenant he's talking about, he was evicted on June 15, 2023, more than a year ago. I have all the documents with me. That was my first tenant in that house. And he didn't pay for 3.5 years, and because of the COVID, the court took so long to evict him. And now I'm living in the house. I just want to rent an accessory apartment because I have financial burden. I fixed the house. I put so much money. He damaged my house, the front door, the whole floor, the garage door, the paint, all the appliances, you know, I had to borrow money to fix my house. And now I'm living in the house. There was only first time that tenant I had bad experience. I wanted to evict him, but you know the COVID time, eviction moratorium. The case was in the court. I have all the papers with me.
Are there any questions from the board? Go ahead.
Mrs. Nakai, how long have you lived in the house?
I lived 30 years, then
In this house? at
in this
25,
house.
30 years?
30 years. And then when my husband was very sick, we moved with our daughter out of state.
Right.
That was in 2019.
So was this house vacant, 25
No,
Nantucket?
that time I rented when I moved with my daughter.
Okay.
And that was my first tenant in that house. And he was a bad tenant. I apologize, Mike.
5 years.
And after his first year, I did not renew the lease, and the eviction case was in the court. But, COVID happened, then, the courts did not evict.
We can't have you go back and forth. I'm sorry, sir.
And, I tried to evict him, but my hands were tied. I tried to do everything. That tenant did not pay me for 3.5 years,
Yeah,
not even single penny.
You rented the entire house?
Yes,
for
I
this
rented the
tenant?
entire
So there
house.
were 2 kitchens in the house?
No, I just put kitchen now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Now I'm living in the house. I just want an accessory apartment because I'm all alone by myself. My husband passed away last year.
But you do understand,
Yes,
you understand the concern of your neighbor.
I understand and I apologize. It was bad time that tenant took advantage of the COVID and he was not a good person.
Yes. And also, you do understand, if you are granted an accessory apartment permit, that
Yes.
you must reside in the house. that you
I
cannot-
am living in the house. I moved back in the house last year in July 22. And I'm living in the house because she's married, she's in her house, and my husband passed away. I moved back in my house.
All right, I'm going to reserve this. Okay, I'm going to take a motion to reserve decision.
Motion.
Okay. All in favor? Aye. Okay, so, Ms. Nakai, the decision on your application has been placed on reserve for further investigation, especially because you do own another property, which is also a rental property, and we have to get clarification for that.
Okay,
And so you will hear from us?
yes.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Yeah, I apologize for that. I tried everything, but COVID time, I was helpless. Yeah, and that was my first tenant
Okay, okay, thank
in
you
that
very much.
house.
Okay,
Thank you.
good night. We can't we can't go back and forth, I'm sorry. Cullen,
She can take the sign off? Yes.
yeah, you can take down your sign, and you will be hearing from us regarding your permit, okay? Thank you very much. You can go out that way if you want. Yes. Okay. Mr. Cullen, will you please state your name and your address?
Ian Cullen, 415 Venetian Boulevard, Lindenhurst, 11757.
And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes,
Okay. And Mr. Cullen, do you own any other property in the town of Babylon?
I do not.
Okay. Let the record show that Mr. Cullen has submitted an affidavit of posting, that the property was inspected on 7/12/24, that he submitted a New York State driver's license, a bank account statement, and a PSE and G bill. Mr. Cullen, where is your accessory apartment,
Second floor,
and how many bedrooms are there?
2.
And is that apartment currently occupied?
Yes,
Okay. It says here that you have 3 bedrooms and 4 bedrooms.
I'm sorry.
Okay, it says 3 bedrooms and 4 bedrooms, but, and you're saying there are just 2 bedrooms in the
I
accessory?
mean, it's how you slice and dice it, I guess, but
It has
there's,
what?
I mean, there's 2 bedrooms, but if you needed, I guess you could technically make it a third one.
Okay, all right. Is there anyone here that would like to be heard on this application? 415 Venetian Boulevard. All right. Are there any questions from the board?
Make a motion to approve?
Okay. It's been a motion by Carolyn and seconded by Carrie to approve this application. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Mr. Cullen, your application has been approved. You can take down your sign and receive your permit in a couple of weeks, and renewal in 3 years.
All right, thanks.
Thank
Have a
you
good night.
very much.
Take care.
Good night. So, sir, what address were you here on?
I'm here on East 6th Street in Deer Park. That was the first application.
That was the very first
Yeah,
one.
that was the first one.
trying to get parking, that's why I was a couple minutes late.
Would you like to express your concern?
Well, should I assume that it's already been approved?
Yes, it has been.
Okay, is my concern gonna mean anything?
Absolutely.
No, just have you know, I drove 100 miles to get here on the parking lot known as the Long Island Expressway. And by the
All
time
right,
I
would
got a
you-
spot over here, unfortunately, I
Would
was
you
late.
please state your name?
Yes, my name is Ralph Nemec,
Would you spell your last name?
Nemec. Nemec. Nemec, Nemec.
Ralph. And Mr. Nemec, would you state your address?
28 Elmwood Road, Deer Park.
And do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay. Mr. Nemec, what's your concern, please?
My concern is multifaceted. My main concern is the urbanization of the town of Babylon. Things go on now in the town of Babylon that you only used to see in the 5 boroughs. I had approval of a house across from me. Unfortunately, I was not aware of the hearing, so that was approved. They made an apartment out of the garage. They built back, probably the back of the house to the end of the property line. They built an additional driveway. At any given time, there are 8 to 10 cars at
But
the drive.
Mr. Nemec, I need for you to speak. I need for you to speak on the 188 East 6th Street address, not the one across the street right now.
Well, I'm telling you my concerns about the one on 6th Street. I'm giving you my history, so you know what my concern is.
Okay. But could you keep your comments directed for this hearing for the 188 East 6th Street?
I'm talking about a house that has been overdeveloped across from me on Elmwood Road in Deer Park. The East 6th Street property is around the corner from me.
Okay.
So you're going to have another 10 cars for that place. The house next to that house on the weekend the driveway becomes a taco stand, not a lemonade stand, a taco stand. And I don't know what's going on. They hang out in the parked cars because I guess there are too many people in the apartments. One time, the guy is urinating against the fence of the sump. And I yell at him, just give me one moment. I yell at him, I said, stop that, that's against the law. He says, mind your business. I said, this is my business, I live here. And then he gives me the finger and curses me out.
So,
Now, I'm a resident, just for the record, I'm a resident of Deer Park since 1958. Don't let the Revlon color fool you. I'm not a kid. And I've never seen this kind of stuff. What goes on in my neighborhood now, you don't see in the city half the time. Have you called the police? Well, you called the police. I mean, the guy's finished with his business. He gets in the car, he takes off. And by the time the police come,
So, excuse me.
and I don't want this
Mr.
happening around the corner is
Mr.
my
Nemec?
thing. That's what I'm addressing on the East 6th Street.
I need for you to call code enforcement when you see these things. We certainly are going to take down your concerns, and if you have the addresses of the other houses that you say are overdeveloped and are...
I believe it's 23 Elmwood.
We certainly, 23 Elmwood?
I believe it's 23.
We can certainly have our code enforcement investigate your concerns.
It's right next to the sump.
The town of Babylon is very concerned with your issues and with the issues that you brought up, and we certainly will investigate those.
But you can imagine, all of you, to walk out in your front yard and see an adult male urinating in front of you, or your children or your grandchildren.
And you should call the police, because that's lewd and inappropriate behavior.
But that's what you get
Yeah.
when you get the urban element and you have people that there's not enough space in the building, so they have to congregate outside, or when it gets cold, they congregate in the cars. And then, as this gentleman said, you see the cars pulling up and something getting exchanged through the window.
Yeah.
You know, the quality of life is going down.
Well-
And all of these, in my opinion, all of these apartments bringing all of these people, it's not a good thing. And I don't think, and what is it doing? What is the stress on the burden on the taxpayer? Are all of these people, are these people in the apartments paying taxes?
Well,
If they have children, are they paying school taxes? I don't know about that.
well, your concerns are our concerns.
I would
and
hope so.
We certainly will investigate your complaint and assure you that the town will take appropriate steps. But I also would encourage you to call the police when you see lewd and inappropriate behavior.
But it's not that. That's the least of it.
And also code enforcement. And you can file a complaint with that. You can even just call the town and speak to citizen service and complain. And
I've done that.
and
And the
they-
lady in citizen service is very effective.
Sure. And they
But
will
I will tell you also, when all the cars are on the street, Elmwood Road and many of the other roads become a one-lane road. And when there are two cars going in opposite directions, one of them has to go into a driveway and allow the other car to come by. It's too much, is what I'm saying. You know, if you could build apartment buildings, but we live here, we want to have a residential area, we want to live in a suburban environment. That's why we pay the highest taxes in the country, and we don't mind that, but we want what we want. And this is not what we want. And I echo what this gentleman said also, because these are the things that happen.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, we only allow one time to speak, and so that we can't have any back and forth, but thank you for your complaint and your concern. We certainly will take all of your issues under consideration. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye, Mr. Ting. Okay. Okay.
All right. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. I have for your consideration renewals by affidavit. Number one is Sanchez, 17 Farmers Avenue in Lindenhurst.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Two is
by-
Jacobs, 127 Deer Lake Drive in North Babylon.
Hold on. Motion by Lamont, seconded by Stephanie. All in favor? Okay. Go
Did you
ahead.
get two? Two is Jacobs, 127 Deer Lake Drive, North Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Lamont, seconded by Stephanie. All in favor?
Three is Gonzalez, 34 35th Street, Copeg.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Lamont, seconded by Stephanie. All in favor?
Four is Dowd, 28 Burnage Lane, North Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Lamont, seconded by Stephanie. All in favor?
Five is Rodriguez, 408 Pleasant View Court, Copeg.
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion by Stephanie, seconded by Carolyn. All in favor?
What are you, Rodriguez? Okay. Six, Konarski, 60 June Street, Lindenhurst.
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion by Stephanie, seconded by Carolyn. All in favor?
Seven is Cruz, 25 Harding Street, Copeg.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Stephanie, seconded by Carolyn. All in favor?
Eight is Borowski, 47 Heathcote Road, Lindenhurst.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Stephanie, seconded by Carolyn. All in favor?
Nine is Tuchku, 1562 10th Street, West Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Harold.
Second.
Motion by Carolyn, seconded by Harold. All in favor?
10, Shanley, 51 Neptune Avenue, West Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Carolyn, seconded by Harold. All in favor?
11, Molinari, 1233 12th Street, West Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Carolyn, seconded by Harold. All in favor?
12, Cologne, 99 Westwood Avenue, Deer Park.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Carolyn, seconded by Harold. All in favor?
13 is Davis, 595 Centerwood Street, West Babylon.
Motion by Harold, seconded by Pete. All in favor?
14 is Juan and Kim, 52 Andover Street, Deer Park.
Motion by Harold, seconded by Pete. All in favor?
15, Tuzun, 107 Eastwood Avenue, and that's in Deer Park.
Motion by Harold, seconded by Pete. All in favor?
16 is Shazad, 36 Totten Avenue, Deer Park.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Pete, seconded by Keith. All in favor?
Good. 17, Menchichi, 86 Lafayette Street, Copeg.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Pete, seconded by Keith. All in favor?
18, Cordai, 29 Landscape Drive, Wheatley Heights.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Pete, seconded by Keith. All in favor?
19, Trevigno, 38 Dunkirk Street, Deer Park.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Keith, seconded by Saba. All in favor? I didn't hear it.
20 is Duarte and Mahano, 480 Skidmore Road, Deer Park.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Keith, seconded by Saba. All in favor?
21 is Riazi, 186 West 20th Street, Deer Park.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Keith, seconded by Saba. All in favor?
22, Jankowski, 250 Brookside Court, Copeg.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Saba, seconded by Carrie. All in favor?
23 is Horn, 7 Headline Road, Deer Park.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Saba, seconded by Carrie. All in favor?
24 is Zakaria, 711 Arlington Road, West Babylon.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Saba, seconded by Carrie. All in favor?
25 is Devers, 24 Beach Street, Wyandanch.
Motion by Carrie, seconded by Lamont. All in favor?
26 is a Trust of Silvestri, 100 Clark Street, North Babylon.
Motion by Carrie, seconded by Lamont. All in favor?
And finally, 27 is Manzella and Wakefield, 9 Payne Street in North Lindenhurst.
Second.
Motion by Carrie, seconded by Lamont. All in favor?
You wish to call anything else at this time? No. Okay, that's all I have.
Madam Chair, I wish to make a motion to approve the minutes of July 23rd and August 20th.
Did everybody see those minutes? Can I have a second? Okay, we'll take them separately. All in favor for approving the minutes for July 23rd, 2024? All in favor?
Abstain.
Okay, okay, and now the minutes for August 6th, right?
August 20th.
August 20th. Okay. It's been moved by Stephanie and seconded by Lamont to approve the minutes of August 20th. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay. Keith?
Madam Chair, members of the board, I make a motion to adjourn our meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.